You guys, Champions League semifinals. It's that time of year. We got to get my predictions. I could sit here. Yes, I understand. I could sit here and talk to you about the Bundesliga and how Leverkusen can't stop winning and that they won't lose and how Bayern's in second place and all that matters is the Champions League. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you guys about that. It's time to sit here and tell you guys about the Champions League. This is what my life revolves around when there's no World Cup and Euros. So we're not even going to fuck around. We're getting right into it. We're going to start with Bayern Real Madrid. I'm going to give you my aggregate score and what I think is going to happen between the both legs. Same thing for PSG Dortmund. Let's go. Let's just go. Let's just get into it. Bayern Real Madrid. Bayern Real Madrid. I think leg one. Listen, leg one this week on Tuesday is in the Allianz Arena. Quick thought on the game. Bayern will not try to attack. Bayern will not try to dominate. And if they do, that would be a mistake. Madrid will want to dominate the midfield and put pressure on the likes of Dyer and De Ligt or Kim. Now, De Ligt got injured today in the game against Eintracht Frankfurt for Bayern, so we'll see what happens. And yeah, Bayern, story of Bayern's season and second half of the season, really suffering with injuries. Suffering. Gnabry, Coman, De Ligt, Leimer, Sané, Musiala. Now, it seems like Sané, Musiala will probably play, but still, injuries, man. Injuries, inconsistencies of play, like killing this Bayern team all season, especially in the second half of the season. And Real Madrid, they're still missing Courtois and Alaba. Eder Militao is back. I don't know if he'll start. Maybe it'll be Tchouaméni Rudiger again as the center backs. Mendy is out. He got injured, and he was having a pretty good second half of the season in Real Madrid. And Carvajal is out with suspension in the first game of this Bayern tie in the Allianz. So interesting stuff. I think the keys for both sides here, Bayern's keys is stay compact. Footballing wise, you're not the better team than Real Madrid. Real Madrid are going to be La Liga champions this year. You have to stay compact. You have to counter, and you have to play dirty and disciplined. Make this an ugly game. The game doesn't have to be pretty, attacking. Make it ugly. Do what you did against Arsenal. Do the job. For Bayern, over these two legs, it's not about playing beautiful football and outplaying Real Madrid and being the better footballing team. It's about just getting it done. Go in there and do the job, and Tuchel has to set the team up correctly to do the job. For Real Madrid, it's stay patient. At the Allianz in this first leg, stay patient, prepare for Bayern's counters, and maybe counter your own counters when you get Bayern out of their own counterattack. Apply pressure to the center backs. Yes, I've been hating on Dyer, but Dyer has been fantastic for Bayern the last 2 months. Amazing against Arsenal, but I'm sorry, like there's no way Dyer can just all of a sudden turn into this. He's playing at a world-class level. He's playing amazing. There's no way this guy is just all of a sudden doesn't make a mistake anymore. So really put pressure on center backs, Dyer specifically, and see what you could do to Bayern. See if you could force that mistake in the Allianz Arena and get the goals going. I think this will be an exciting game, back and forth. Obviously, there's the clash between Tuchel and Ancelotti, two managers who know each other very well. I think the first leg in the Allianz Arena is going to end 2-2. 2-2 draw against Bayern and Real Madrid. And then we go into the second leg. I'm honestly not going to give that much analysis into the second leg. I think it simply comes down to the fact that if the game does go 2-2 like I think it will, or just the draw in general, I don't think this Bayern team, especially the season they've had, is prepared and has the mentality to do a big upset at the Bernabeu. Man City couldn't do it. I don't know if this Bayern team has that mentality and is prepared to do such a thing in the Bernabeu. I don't know if they have that in them. I think coming into the season for Bayern, minimum semis was the target. They hit the target, especially with such a crap second half of the season this Bayern team had. They hit that semifinal target, and I think Madrid will end up securing like a 2-0 professional win against Bayern in the Bernabeu. I think it'll end 4-2 on aggregate. It would take some extreme discipline for Bayern to do something in a Bernabeu, and that's why I just can't visualize it. This Bayern team, from what I've seen all season, discipline and staying disciplined and not losing focus and not collapsing is something I can't trust this Bayern team to do. So yeah, not much analysis going into leg two of the Bayern Real Madrid. I just don't think Bayern is capable. My beloved Bayern, you guys, I'm repping the Bayern jersey, Musiala on the back. I don't think we're capable of having that mentality and staying disciplined enough to do something in the Bernabeu. I'd love to be proven wrong. I really would, but I think Real Madrid 2-0 professional win at home, 4-2 on aggregate, another Champions League final Real Madrid, and you know what happens in Champions League finals when Real Madrid is in them. They don't fucking lose. That's just the facts. They don't lose. So, it is what it is. So 4-2 aggregate score for Bayern Real Madrid. I think it'll be exciting. I don't think Real Madrid will destroy Bayern. It'll be a good game. Clash of Titans, Champions League classic, biggest game in Champions League history when these two sides compete. And it's usually always an entertaining tie, let's be honest. Now, the second game. Now, Dortmund PSG. Let's talk about leg one. So Dortmund today just got pimp smacked 4-1 against Leipzig. And PSG had a terrible game against Le Havre, I think 3-3, unimpressive. But especially, you can't really take league form into account for both these sides. But especially for Dortmund, you cannot put too much stock in Dortmund's league form. They have been a different team in the Champions League this year. And being at home in leg one really favors them because, you guys, that Atleti win is very impressive. I saw shit like once Dortmund beat Atleti, people were saying, oh, Inter messed up at losing into Atleti. Inter would have destroyed Dortmund. I'm sorry, no, I was impressed with that Dortmund win against Atleti. This does not, people were kind of invalidating Atleti's win against Inter and saying, oh, maybe these teams weren't that great. They were great teams, and Dortmund finds themselves in a semi beating a great team at Atleti, coached by a great manager in Simeone with great players like Griezmann. So I'm not falling into that train. I think Dortmund is just a different team in the Champions League this year for some unknown reason. I really don't get it. And in the Signal Iduna, they've been playing different in the Champions League this season, topping the group of death, getting to the semifinals. Really, I could see Dortmund doing something in this first leg. And for PSG, the key is for PSG, don't rely too much on Mbappe. Don't make the outlet Mbappe. Dembele and Barcola are in good form and ready to show up. So Dortmund need to keep discipline and Dortmund need to keep their discipline. That's the biggest issue with Dortmund. Hummels and Schlotterbeck and all those guys losing discipline, Chan losing discipline, stupid fouls, stupid mistakes leading to goals. Dortmund need to stay disciplined, and they need to threaten PSG early to get that respect from PSG. And I really think PSG would crumble in the Signal Iduna. And for Dortmund, rely on Sancho. Sabitzer, if you could play like you did against Atleti again, Sabitzer showed his true form against Atleti and how great of a player he could be. Füllkrug, can you get clutch goals like you did against Atleti again with a beautiful header? Those are the keys in attack. And obviously, Hummels and Schlotterbeck, can you stay disciplined and marshal that defense? It is what it is. So I think leg one, really, guys, I'm going 3-1 Dortmund. And in leg two, I think this game in Paris is just going to be a game of missed chances. I really do. And I think PSG they need to not let Dortmund get confidence in Paris. If they do, you saw what happened in Madrid when Dortmund got confidence. And they ended up dominating Atleti when they saw that they can beat that Atleti team in Madrid. So for PSG, I just get something that they didn't expect to be in the semis. They made it to the semis. I think they're going to bottle it. They'll make a bunch of chances. They'll miss a bunch of chances. I think they'll win 1-0 in Paris. And Dortmund will make the final against Real Madrid 3-2 on against PSG. Those are my predictions. Keeping it short, keeping it simple. Thanks for watching, guys. I am excited. Champions League semifinals. Bayern is involved. Let's go. I predict, again, 4-2 aggregate win for Real Madrid over 2 legs to make it into the final. Dortmund 3-2 aggregate win over PSG to make it to the final. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.